So welcome to our weekly Bhakti Vaibhav class. So last week we have just began the conversation between father and son, Hiranyakasipu and Prahlada Maharaj. The son has been sent to the school. After a few weeks or few months, we can say, father called and asked him, "So my dear son, please tell me, what have you learned?" Son told very strongly, "Okay, my dear father, please listen." So he was saying that, so for a person like you, the most suitable thing is give up your attachment to home and kingdom, go to forest and serve Lord Hari. As soon as he heard the name of Lord Hari, he became very angry and looking at the teachers. You impudent teachers, you are actually my enemies. You are teaching my son all negative things. Then they said, no, we are not doing anything. Then you are allowing some Vaishnava coming inside the Gurukul and spoiling the mind of the children. The children, they accept whatever they listen. So hereafter, no Vaishnava should be allowed inside the Gurukul. They said, okay, no problem. We'll do the needful. They took Prahlada back and they began to chastise Prahlada. First they said, we'll give you sweetmeats. Please tell us who is telling all these things. Then Prahlada said, no one tells me. I am naturally attracted to Lord Vishnu. Just like iron is attracted to magnet. Then the teachers became very angry. They said, you are like a thorny bush. The Vishnu is like the axe. He want to use you as a handle to destroy the Chandanavana, the sandalwood garden. The Asura Kula is sandalwood garden, and Prahlada is thorny bush in that Asura Kula. And Lord Vishnu will use him as the handle and will cut off the entire. So they said, no, whatever you spoke, you forgot everything, and you just listen whatever we say. And they spoke to him how to take care of the kingdom, how to rule the kingdom. Sama, Beda, Dana, Danda, friend, enemy, distinction, and ruling, etc. etc. They taught him for a while, maybe another 5 months, 6 months. Then again, one fine day, they brought the child in front of the father. The mother made him nicely decorated. Because in the Gurukul, they might be wearing simple clothes. Now he's going to the royal assembly to meet the father. So he has to go in opulent attire. So mother decorated him very nicely. Son was sitting on the royal throne. Sorry, father was sitting on the royal throne. Son came, fell flat, offered obeisances. The father became so happy that my son is so obedient and offering obeisances. He took him and made him sit on the lap and smelled his hair, kissed him. And then he asked, same question. He could have changed the question. He could have asked. So he could have directly asked. So how to make friends, how to defeat the enemy, such kind of questions. Answer would have been come. But he asked a different question. So let us see what is that. Aropayankam avagrahya. Please, you are seeing the words. Now repeat all of you.
Aropayankam avagrahya.
Murdani ashruka kalambudi.
Murdhani ashrukalambudhi.
Asinchan vikadvaktram.
Asinchandika satvaktram.
Idam aha yudhishthira.
Idam aha yudhishthira. Narad Muni continued, my dear King Yudhishthira, Hiranyakashipu seated Prahlad Maharaj on his lap and began smelling his head. With affectionate tears gliding down from his eyes and moistening the child's smiling face, he spoke to his son as follows.
Yeah. Loving father kept his son on the lap, smelled him, embraced him. The eyes are downpouring the tears. The tears are moistening the head of the child. Then the father asked, Hiranyakasipu Ruvacha Prahlada. See, when you are saying, I am not able to hear, then what speak of they are hearing. So please come forward. You also come forward. Let they hear. Ah, I think you are hungry. All of you are hungry. Hiranyakasipu uvacha praradanochatam tata swaditam kinchiduttamam kale naitava tayushman yadakshad gurur bhavan.
Hiranyakashipu said, "My dear Prahlada, O long-lived one, such so much time you have heard many things from me. Now please repeat to me whatever you think is the best of that knowledge."
This is the problem. My dear son, may you live long. Kalena eva Ayushman. Eva avati Ayushman. Whatever could be the maximum lifespan of a person, may you live that long. Avati, matlab, like last, end. His blessing is son. May you live long. Chiranjeevi Bhava. Then he said, Tata, O son, Swa Aditam Kinchiduttamam. You might have studied so many things, but tell me one thing. Kinchit, kunch, thoda thoda. Little. What is that? Uttamam. Among all those things that you have studied, what is the best thing? Please tell me that. What is the best thing that you have learned among all those things you have learned from your Guru? You should favorably say the excellent knowledge that you have learned from your teacher. Swaditam means what you have studied without having doubts. One might study many things, but there could be many doubts on some topics. What are those topics about which you are very clear? Anu means favorably conforming to what they taught. The teacher taught, you have studied and you understood it properly, thoroughly. Among them, tell one best thing. The teacher refers to the sons of Shukracharya from Hiranyakashipu's point of view. From Hiranyakashipu's point of view, what you have studied from Chanda and Namarka, please tell me something best. But it refers to Narada from Prahlada's point of view. And Prahlada will respond, what he had studied from Narada Muni, among them, some things he might not understood, but among all those things that he understood, the best thing he will tell now. This Prahlada was thinking in his mind. These two lowest of Brahmanas are not my gurus. I have learned only bhakti from Sri Narada alone. I have not learned anything from these two Chanda and Amarka, the lowest class of Brahmanas. I have studied from Narada Muni, that too only bhakti. I will speak about bhakti only. In this way, Prahlada thought and responded. You might be anticipating me to speak about so many other things, politics and all. But for me, the teacher is Narada Muni, and Narada Muni mainly taught bhakti only. He might have mentioned here and there other things, but he only primarily taught bhakti. That bhakti only is best among all those things I have learned, studied, and understood properly. What kind of bhakti Prahlada learned, heard, studied, understood, and repeating now. Sri Prahlada Uvacha Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atmanivedanam Iti Pumsharpita Vishnu Bhaktischennava Kriyate Bhagavati Yadda Tanmanye Adhitamuttamam. Yeah, read transform.
Prahlad Maharaj said, serving the lotus people respectful worship, the 16 types of offering prayers to the Lord, becoming a servant, considering the Lord's best friend, and surrendering everything. In other words, serving him with the body, mind. These 9 processes are excellent. One who has dedicated his life to these 9 methods should be understood. So he has acquired them.
Someone from online, please read once again the translation.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prahlad Maharaj said, hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto him. In other words, serving him with the body, mind, and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge.
These are the 2 famous verses. Every ISKCON devotee knows and they speak about them. So these verses talk about what is bhakti and how to execute bhakti. Bhakti means performing these 9 activities, nothing beyond that. And how to execute is also mentioned here in this shloka. If any of the 9 processes of bhakti, hearing, chanting, remembering, menial service, deity worship, offering prayers, servitude, friendship, and offering body and soul, Atma Nivedanam, is performed for the Lord by any human without prerequisites after being offered to Lord Vishnu, that should be considered the highest learning. If somebody says that I am educated, they should know this. Those who know this, they are educated. Those who don't know this, they are not educated. According to Prahlada Maharaj, that should be considered the highest learning. So one who knows this, that means they know everything. Yasmin vijnate sarvam eva vijnatum bhavati. One who knows how to serve him, he knows everything. Because serving him accomplishes everything. What was that verse from 4th canto? Narada Muni speaks to Prajatas. If you don't tell verses, you will not get certificate. Bhakti Vaibhav हो गया but वर्ष कोई भी याद नहीं. Bhakti Vaibhav students supposed to remember at least 20 verses from the first 6 cantos. Then they will be given Bhakti Vaibhav certificate. 150 verses. Shooting the rash rounds here and there, hoping that something will hit. Somebody will say something. Yata taror mula nisechanena trupyanti satskanda bhujopashaka pranopahara chitatendriyana sarvarhana machuteja tataiva sarvarhana machuteja. Wait, no questions. Please, let us discuss. So, executing these 9 things, or some of the things, or at least one thing, is called bhakti. And how to execute them? Is performed for the Lord, not for anyone. Vishnuho, the word comes. Chavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnuho. For Vishnu, all these 9 things should be done for Vishnu only, not for anybody else. performed for Lord Vishnu alone. By whom? Pumsha. Whoever comes in the category of Pumsha is qualified to do it. Pumsha means, at least here, the current context, any human being. Not that only a Brahmana, only a Kshatriya, only a Vaishya, only a Shudra, not like that. Any human being. Pumsha. Okay? By any human without any prerequisites. So, okay, human being, okay, but any qualification required? First initiation, second initiation, third initiation, fourth initiation, something like that. Any qualification is there? No qualification. The only one qualification is one should be human being. Then how to execute these things? After being offered to Lord Vishnu. Before starting an activity, one should say that, my dear Lord, I am performing this activity for your pleasure, not for my pleasure. For your pleasure alone. Not for my pleasure. Not for expecting something in return. Not for getting some blessings in return. No, it is only for your pleasure only. That should be considered the highest learning. Padasevana means menial service. Archana means deity worship. All of you are doing recently got deities. Dasyam means thinking oneself a servant of the Lord. Sakyam means thinking oneself as a friend of the Lord and having firm faith as well. There are two different meanings for the Sakya. One meaning is thinking oneself as a friend of the Lord, and second is having firm faith as well. Rakshati iti Vishwaso. That is also kind of Sakyam. So Bhakti Vaibhav gives one example that so it talks about that Sakyam in 1 to 188. Atma Nivedana means offering the Atma and offering the body. Here Atma, whatever you may consider Atma, that should be offered to Supreme Lord. Atma could be the soul, Atma could be the Chetana, Atma could be the mind, Atma could be intelligence, Atma could be senses, and finally the Atma could be the body. So whatever you may think Atma, that should be offered to Supreme Lord. Atma Nivedanam can be accompanied by Bhava or without Bhava. Offering oneself to the Lord can be done in two ways, with emotions or without emotions. Rukmini is an example of the first type. Offering oneself with Bhava is Rukmini. Rukmini wrote a letter to Lord Krishna saying that, my dear Lord Krishna, I've been hearing about you a lot. I become attracted to you. So my marriage has been settled to Shishupal. Please come and take me away. If you don't come and take me away, thinking that I'm not qualified, I'll give up my life. But I'll not marry Shishupal. If I have to wait for hundreds of lifetimes, I'll wait. But you are only my master. That is with Bhava. And another example is Bali Maharaj, the second type, without Bhava. Bali Maharaj also did Atma Nivedanam. But he did without such loving affection to Lord Vishnu. He has done because he is coming in the lineage of Prahlada Maharaj. And he has given a word that I have to give charity. So I have to give. And even for a normal Ramana, I cannot say no. Then what to speak of if Vishnu comes in person? I cannot say no to him. So he has given himself to Lord Vishnu. Without that vivid, spontaneous devotional sentiments. Of course, there is a respect is there. There is servitor feeling is there, but not intimate. What is the word called? Spontaneous loving emotions are not there in Maharaj. So in that way. It is explained in the commentary of Bhakti Sindhu in 1 to 198. So the details are mentioned anyway. Hum Sharpita means bhakti which is offered by man, by human being. This indicates that bhakti can be practiced by anyone without the rules of Varnashrama. No restrictions such as only a Brahmana can serve the Lord, only Kshatriya, not like that. Any human being can serve the Supreme Lord. It means any jiva, and thus includes women also. Somebody may say, no, bhakti only prerogative of the men. Women are not allowed, not like that. Even women can do all these 9 items of bhakti. So many times we see in traditional temples, women are not allowed inside the Garbhagriha to do deity worship and all. But at some places, women also do deity worship. So they are also allowed. But with some rules and regulations, with some set of rules and regulations, not frivolously, but with following all the rules. Mention of 9 process means that when any among the 9 is practiced, it is called bhakti. One can do 9, or one can do 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. Bhakti should be performed directly, meant for Lord Vishnu. Bhakti cannot be performed here and there. Not with any prerequisite. Jnana or yoga. See? Lift. They might be calling. They forgot. They might be calling. Lift करो. चलेगा जो भी है. No. Then snooze it. Sit. No. बाद में. So basically, bhakti should be performed directed to Lord Vishnu, and bhakti should be performed without any prerequisites of jnana or karma. Oh, one cannot say that, okay, bhakti can be performed only after 20 years of age. Not like that. Anybody can perform. Not that brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha, not like that. No restrictions. Anybody, any age can be performed. No previous qualification required. So one should have done a bachelor's degree in karma yoga, master's degree in jnana yoga, not like that. Anyone from any age, any place, one can perform. And it should be performed first being offered to Supreme Lord. You cannot do something and offer to Lord. Karma yoga. You do something and offer the results to Supreme Lord. Bhakti is not like that. Offer the activity to the Lord and perform the activity. The activity is not yours. It is Lord's. You don't have any rights to claim the results. I have done all these things. The results are mine. No way. In Bhakti, that rights are not there. It is not performed and then offered to the Supreme Lord. This is Rashiya Swami's explanation. Kiryate Bhagavati Adda. That means the activity is performed after it being offered to Supreme Lord. You cannot perform the activity and then you can say that, my dear Lord, I have done a nice activity, it is for you. Not like that. Before you enter into deity kitchen, what do you say? What is your mindset? Whatever is being cooked here, it will be for Lord only. No one will say that, okay, today I cooked very nicely, let me offer to the Lord. Not like that. The very first, before you step in, it is already clearly known to everyone. Whatever is being done in this place, it is all meant for Supreme Lord. Same way, in the temple, whatever is being done, it is all meant for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. Same thing, we have to carry the same mindset to our home also. In our home also, whatever we are doing, it is meant for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. When that is implemented, that home becomes temple. So like that. Or all those activities become bhakti activities. Otherwise, if the activity is performed according to my wish, and then if the results are good, then I'll offer to Supreme Lord, then it becomes karma yoga. Karma yoga means perform the activity, then offer the results to Supreme Lord. Bhakti yoga means offer the activity to Supreme Lord and then perform it. So this is the distinction between both. Okay. Every day morning, we are coming to temple, sitting and chanting japa. So normally, what is our thought process of chanting japa? Before chanting, not while chanting, but before chanting, how, for what purpose we do japa? Generally, because it has become a daily activity, we don't think. We come and do japa. Normally, we come and do start japa, and then 116 rounds are over. Thank you. Keep it aside. We don't meditate so much. Regularly, we don't meditate. But at least if we meditate once in a while, we meditate that I need to do chanting because there are a lot of anarthas in the heart. I need to be free from all the anarthas. Even there also we are thinking about ourselves only. We are doing japa for our purification. Yeah. Very rarely we do japa saying that, okay, this is for Lord's pleasure. Very rarely. Developing that mood is called bhakti. In kitchen also, if not in deity kitchen, in our home kitchen. So what will be our thought now? So I think today Sunday, let us have some special item. But special for whom? Mostly for us. We say that, but anyway, we have to offer to the Lord. We'll offer to the Lord and then we'll accept it. But majority times, many number of times, the thought process is what will be suitable for us today. So that will be the main thought process. Accordingly, we'll try to follow, and then by the way, we also offer to the Lord. But as we progress further and further, our interest should be the second priority. The Lord's interest should be the first priority. So that makes the activity that you have offered the activity to Supreme Lord and you are performing. So in that way. This may not be practical today. No, it may not be practical. We need to do things as per the daily requirement. We cannot say that. So it is breakfast time. Lord wants something esoteric item. Let me prepare it. You don't have so much time. You need your children to go to school. You have the Prabhujis to go to office and all. You don't have that much time to do all those things. You need to do. You have half an hour time or 45 minutes time. In that you have to do breakfast, lunch, and all. So based on the practical requirement, you have to do it. So that's why we cannot put it as it is. But slowly, we need to develop that. Even that also, even though we are doing it for the requirement of the day, but still the thought process should be, it is meant for Lord's pleasure, and we'll honor the Mahaprasad, something like that. But it takes some time. It cannot happen immediately. Not that easy. So that way. Yeah, everything. See, as of now, our practice of bhakti is for our purification because we are doing Vedi sadhana bhakti. We are doing sadhana bhakti following some rules and regulations. What is being told here is uttama bhakti. This should be our ultimate goal. This is like spontaneous bhakti. Everything will be performed only for the pleasure of Supreme Lord. Like the way Vrajavasis are doing. Whatever they are doing everything for the pleasure of Krishna only. So in that way. That is the ultimate goal. That is called uttama bhakti. As of now, we are practicing sadhana bhakti. But keeping the goal in mind, if we perform sadhana bhakti, that sadhana bhakti is also called as uttama bhakti. Because this sadhana bhakti will eventually take us there. Or if bhakti after being offered to the Lord is performed with the aim of giving Lord Vishnu pleasure without taking the results for one's own pleasure, called as Annabhilasha Bhakti. If we practice bhakti and then waiting when the results will come, when I will experience joy, all these things, then that is not Annabhilasha Bhakti. That becomes Artho Jignasur Arthati. It will still remain at that level only. That is called as Sakama Bhakti. No. Wait. When you say result, we have spoken this 100 times. Result means anything within this world. If you
Hare
want
Krishna.
to get anything within this world, 1 second, Mataji. If
Prabhuji,
you
can
want
you
to get
repeat
anything,
the question? Because we are not
no,
able to.
sorry. The question is, even if we are asking for Prema Bhakti, is that Sakama? Like that Prabhuji is asking. So I am
Okay,
saying, Sakama means anything we want to get in the material world. That is called Sakama. If you want to get something which is beyond the material world, that is never considered to be a desire. For example, I want to go back home back to Godhead. That is not a material desire. I want to attend Krishna Prema. That is not a material desire. Because Krishna Bhakti itself is Nirguna, Gunatita. Krishna Prema also Gunatita. Anything within 3 modes, if you want to get, that is called Sakama Bhakti. Anything you want to get something beyond 3 modes, it is called Nishkama Bhakti or Ananya Bhakti. That is okay. Just make sure to have desire which is beyond 3 modes. No problem. You can have hundreds of desires which are beyond 3 modes. They are never counted as a desire. But even one desire within 3 modes can be counted as a desire. So, like that. So this is Prahlad Maharaj. My dear father, the best thing I have learned from my guru is one should perform these 9 activities of bhakti having been offered them to Supreme Lord for the pleasure of Supreme Lord. That is the best form of learning one should have. One who knows this, he knows everything. Because this is the crest jewel of all the learnings. So in that. Yes, Mataji, you had some question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I didn't understand that in the beginning, Rukmini Devi and Bali Maharaj comparison was done regarding Atmani Vedana. And you explained it in terms of the meaning of the word Atma in Sanskrit. Like Atma can be also referred to as a mind or soul, or Atma can be referred to the body. So in case of Rukmini Devi, it was the soul and the mind. And in case
No,
of Bali,
not like that. Not like that. Not like that. See, Atma Nivedana means offering everything that we identify with. Our body, our senses, our mind, our intelligence, our ahankara, our chetana, our own self. Atma Nivedana, the word includes offering everything starting from the body all the way up to soul. Not offering half of, offering full.
so here it is mentioned now, Prabhuji, Rukmini is an example of the first type and Bali is an example of the second type. Means what
No,
then?
first type means Rukmini Devi offered herself with a spontaneity of loving emotions towards Lord Krishna. Bali Maharaj offered himself as a matter of duty. Of course, he has some Dasya Bhakti, but that Dasya Bhakti is not spontaneous loving devotional service to Supreme Lord. The
Okay.
Bhakti manifested him as a result of his grandfather being a devotee.
Mhm.
Because when a Brahmana comes home, you cannot say no to him. You need to offer charity. That is the duty of a Kshatriya. And here the Brahmana itself is Vishnu himself. Shukracharya revealed. So now we cannot say no. Even for a Brahmana, he cannot say no. Then how can he say no to Vishnu? So he has offered himself to Lord Vishnu. So there in his offering, the duty takes precedence than love toward the Supreme Lord.
Okay. Okay, understood. Yeah. Thank you.
Any questions? Louder. They will have to hear. Uh, Nardamuni might have spoken to Prahlada and Prahlada repeated. It's all Nardamuni because Nardamuni is the teacher of Bhakti. Whatever he teaches, that is how we should follow. He is the teacher of Bhakti. Nardamuni. Yeah. He simply says, I have learned this from my guru, Nardamuni, and I am repeating. No, we have to give the credit to Nardamuni only. Nardamuni might have taught him when he was in the womb, and he's just repeating now. So in that way. Because in the third canto we discussed. Narada Muni is the teacher of bhakti. It is his responsibility to teach one and all what is bhakti and how to practice bhakti. So, executing bhakti is nothing but these 9 items. So, whatever comes in these 9 items is all called bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. Some of the things we may not be able to do as of now, but whatever we can do, whatever we are supposed to do, we should be doing. Shravanam, Kirtanam, we are supposed to do without fail. And after few days, we should start Archanam also without fail. Remaining all kind of accompanied things. Vandanam, Padasevanam. There is another meaning of Padasevanam is, one meaning is directly Padasevanam. But the second meaning for at our level, traveling to different holy places, coming to temple, traveling to different holy places is also called Padasevanam. So in serving the holy dhams is Padasevanam. So that is Guru Seva is always it is always there. It is here Bhakti means direct service to Supreme Lord in that context. So then Vandanam, offering some prayers. Sakyam means having the mentality that Lord will protect me. One Sakyam is friendly dealing, but second Sakyam is Lord will take care of me. Atma Nivedanam. As of now, whatever we are thinking, I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intelligence. Offer that to Supreme Lord as the way it is possible. So few things we can do little bit, but few things we should be able to do majority of our time. Like Shravanam, Kirtanam, we should be able to do. Smaranam, not sure how far we'll be able to do, but if we can do it is good. Smaranam is the topmost form of bhakti, is very difficult to do. Yes, Prabhuji. See, Prabhuji, you have to see the instant. I have already told the story also. When Rukmini Devi wrote the letter to Krishna, what was her consciousness? When Bali Maharaj offered the third step to Lord Vishnu, what was his consciousness? That in that according to that context you have to see. Atma Nivedanam. That context you have to see. Of course, Bali Maharaj eventually became Mahajan. He is not Mahajan at that point of time. At that point of time, he is a Asura. He is born and brought up in Asura family, and he was fighting with Indra, and he sat on the Indra throne. He want to become Indra. He want to dethrone Indra, and he want to become Indra. He was performing 100 yajnas. It was there in the dormant in the heart. Just like in our heart also there is some bhakti. But it's sleeping. Deep sleeping, snoring. So, but when Lord Vishnu himself came, slowly sprouted. Later on, by the touch of Lord Vishnu, the bhakti kind of evolved into blossoming state. At that time, even while offering himself to Lord also, he was thinking, it is my duty. I am a Kshatriya. I need to give whatever I am supposed to give to Brahmanas. I cannot say no to the Brahmanas. He is still following the Kshatriya duty, not like a devotee. But by the touch of the Supreme Lord, that mentality, Naham Vipro, Nachanarpati, Napi Vaishyo, Shudra, all those things are kind of removed. Now he has become, as you said, Mahajan. Louder. See, Prabhuji, kindly understand. Mahajana means not just a devotee. Mahajana means teacher. Every devotee not necessarily be a teacher. Of course, they are also teaching by their activities. But from our point of teacher means one who actually teaches, one who travels everywhere and teaches, or one who facilitates the practice by all the people. So they are called teachers. They are called Mahajanas here. There are many more hundreds of devotees much better than them, but they have not taught verbally anything. So we don't have to consider them as Mahajanas. They are Mahabhaktas. Okay? Mahajano Yena Gatasya Panta. We need to follow in the footsteps of Mahajanas. How? Because they are speaking, we need to hear and follow. Other devotees they are doing and we need to see and follow. Others also Mahajanas only. Not that they are not Mahajanas, but these Mahajanas specifically they are teaching how to practice bhakti, what is bhakti. Brahma, Narada, Shiva. Hmm? We were discussing this Chambur program. Rudra Gita we are discussing. We just started last Tuesday. For the next one and a month, we'll be discussing Rudra Gita only. Like Lord Shiva also has a Rudra Sampradaya. Brahma and Narada has Brahma Sampradaya. Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu. Huh? Kapilo. Huh? Janaka Maharaj also is. You need to open the pages of scriptures. He is a king. He established a proper kingdom in such a way that everyone will practice bhakti. King will keep speaking, na? We may not have recorded, but king means always speak, keep telling all the rules and regulations, how to do, what to do, etc. We did. So then Prahlada Maharaj will lead second canto and other places also. Janaka Maharaj, Bhishma also teachings are there. Mahabharata, if you read, two big parvas are there, Bhishma's teachings. So much things he will teach. All the things are there. And everyone, Balir Vayasik Vayam, Sukadev Goswami to Pura Bhagavatam is there. Bali Maharaj also might have taught afterwards so many things to others. He will be there. Next Manvantara, he will be the Indra. He is there for the entire Manvantara. He will teach. He already taught something, he will teach also in the future. So like that. Mainly they are teachers. At least from my understanding, they are teachers. Other devotees might have different understanding. Okay, we'll go
Hare
ahead.
Krishna.
Yes,
Prabhuji,
Mataji.
Prabhuji, please, this is the request. Actually, even if the offline devotees speak loudly, and nothing can be heard here. The questions, we are not getting any question what they are asking. So
Okay,
please
okay.
just repeat the question before answering.
Okay. I'll repeat. No problem.
Thank you.
So the question was, why Vrajavasis are not considered as Mahajanas? That was the question. I said, so Mahajanas are generally the teachers. There could be many more devotees, wonderful devotees also. But the teachers have been given the identity as Mahajanas. So that's why we call these 12 people as Mahajanas.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we'll continue. Nishammaitastutavacho Hiranya.
Sorry.
Continue, Mataji.
Nishamyaitatsuttavacho
Hiranyakasipustada
Hiranyakashipustada
Guruputram uvachedam
Guruputram uvachedam
Praspuritadaraha.
Rusha Praspuritadhara. After hearing these words of devotional service from the mouth of his son Prahlada, Hiranyakashipu was extremely angry. His lips trembling, he spoke as follows to Shanda, the son of his guru Shukracharya.
Yeah. Hearing these words from his son Hiranyakashipu, his lips trembling, spoke angrily to the son of Shukracharya. Previously, at least told one thing only. Please go to Vana and serve Lord Vishnu. And now he's telling more details. You do Shravanam for Lord Vishnu, Kirtanam for Lord Vishnu, Smaranam for Lord Vishnu, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Matmanidam, 9 times Lord Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. He will become angry, obviously. He's eagerly waiting to kill Lord Vishnu, and he's telling somebody else is telling about, hear about Vishnu, remember Vishnu, and worship Vishnu, massage Lord Vishnu's lotus feet, and surrender to Lord Vishnu, all these things. He became very angry. The whole body is trembling, and hair standing on end, lips are quivering, and like that. Brahma bandho kimetatte vipaksham shreyata sata asaram grahito balo mam anadritya durmate. So, oh, unqualified. So he is thinking that in spite of me telling the Shanda and Amaraka did not teach my son properly, he looked at the teachers and he's telling that, oh, unqualified Brahmanas, fool. What is this? Disrespecting me, you have deceptively taken shelter of my enemy and taught nonsense to the boy. You have taught something which has no worth, asaram. They taught about bhakti, na? This bhakti has no meaning to. Bhakti for Lord Vishnu has no meaning. You taught useless thing. However, the other meaning is you have taught something which has no comparison. Mother Saraswati gives another meaning to asaram. To the word asaram is you have taught something which has no comparison. That means it is the highest thing that you have taught. That is from devotional perspective. But from Hiranyakashipu's point of view, what you taught, bhakti and all, so you have spoiled my child. Like that, he was very angry with the teachers, Chanda and Amarka. Okay. Hare Krishna. Sorry for this. Just quickly, we'll have 2-3 minutes break and we'll reassemble. So
Prabhuji, I am unable to hear. Hare Krishna, all are able to hear.
Hare Krishna Mataji, sorry. I have requested devotees to go and make their prasadam plates. That's why the 2-3 devotees who have came to temple, they went to take the prasadam plates. As soon as they return, we can
Yes,
continue.
Prabhuji, thank
Okay,
you.
Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, will continue. Santihi Oloke Durmaitras Chadmaveshinaha Tesham Udeti Agam Kale Rogaha Patakinam Iva. Please read the translation. Little louder. So here, in the previous verse, Hiranyakashipu was saying that I had complete faith on both of you, my dear Chanda and Amarka, but you are enemies in the disguise of friends. I was telling you to teach Sama, Beda, Dana, Danda, but you are teaching my son Shravanam Kirtanam. You are my enemies, but in the disguise of my friends. Then he says, in this world, there are dishonest, false friends like you both, who disguise themselves as friends. Just as disease appears in sinful person with time, their hatred will also manifest in time. Even though you might be disguising yourself as my friends for so long, but your actual enmity is shown up today. You have been teaching my son Bhakti to Lord Vishnu. Your inner heart has been revealed today. Something like that. By good fortune, your partiality to the enemy, that is Lord Vishnu, has been revealed after so many days and so many years. Today I will give you a suitable gift. Hiranyakashipu makes a general statement with this specific intention. The hatred of those with false friendship will become evident by fate. अपने आप को जागरूक हो जाएगा, पता चल जाएगा सबको. Just as disease becomes manifest in a sinner. When a person does sin, disease will come eventually in due course of time. Disease come means the sin. He has done some sin. So what kind of sin leads to what kind of disease? Some details are given in some Shruti scriptures. The killer of a Brahmana gets tuberculosis. Brahmaha Kshaya Rogi Syat. Kshaya will come to Brahmahatya karne wala ko. Then Surapa Syava Dantaka. The alcoholic gets discolored teeth. The gold thief gets diseased nails. Swarna Haritu Punaki. He who violates the Guru's wife gets leprosy. This is from Venjal, Yajnavalka Smriti. So some diseases, maybe time plus they may be updated, but some diseases have been indicated. So indirectly, when somebody is getting such kind of disease, means it is indicative of they have done something like that in the past. The disease is the indication of past misdeed. So in that way. So then, hearing these words, the terrified Shanda and Amaraka, they responded to Hiranyakashipu. Sri Guru Putra Uvacha Namat Namat Pranitam Napara Pranitam Suto Vadattesha Tavendra Shatro Naisargikiyam Matirasya Rajan Niyachamanyum Kada Adasmamana. Any devotee from online can read the translation?
The son of Shukracharya, Hiranyakashipu's spiritual master, said, O enemy of King Indra, O king, whatever your son Prahlada has said was not taught by him to him by me or anyone else. His spontaneous devotional service has naturally developed in him. Therefore, please give up your anger and do not unnecessarily accuse us. It is not good to insult a Brahmana in this way.
They have to defend themselves. They said, O enemy of Indra, Indra Shatro, O king, O Raja, whatever your son Prahlada has said was not taught to him by me or by my co-brother. One of them is speaking. This is Prahlada's natural tendency. Kindly give up your anger upon us and do not find fault within us. As you instructed, we taught him in Sama Beda Dana Danda. What he spoke is not taught by us. So kindly do not find fault with us kindly do not hate us. They humbly submitted. O enemy of Indra, it is not proper for you to become angry at a poor Brahmana. Do not find fault within us. It's like what they can do. They can't shout also. They only have to submit. So then, Narada Muni is saying, then Hiranyakashipu will be looking at Prahlad. Sri Narada Uvacha
Sri Narada
Guruna
Uvacha.
Gurunaivam prati prokto.
Prabhuji, somebody is reading offline.
Here, all the four are reading offline, but their voice is not good enough. Their voice is slow. But anyway, see, uh, one shloka, let it be recited by offline, one shloka online. Alternate reading. We'll do like
Yeah,
that.
that's better,
So
yeah.
now you please read online, then next one offline, next online like that. Sri Narada Uvacha
Sri Narada Uvacha.
Gurunaivam prati prokto
Gurunaivam Pratiprokto.
Bhuya aha sura sutam
Bhuya Aha Sura Sutam.
na chet guru mukkiyam
Nachet Guru Mukhiyam.
te kuto bhadrasati mati.
Te Kuto Bhadrasati Mati. Sri Narad Muni continued. When Hiranyakashipu received this reply from the teacher, he again addressed his son Prahlad. Hiranyakashipu said, "You rascal, most fallen of our family, if you have not received this education from your teachers, where have you gotten it?"
Simple, same question. If your teachers are not taught to you, from where you got this? When Hiranyakashipu received this reply from the teacher, he again addressed his son Prahlada. O inauspicious child, if you have not received this way of thinking from your teacher, from where you have received it? Who taught you? O inauspicious one. When he said Abhadra, huh? Abhadra, Asati Mati. So Mother Saraswati says that the hidden meaning is from where did you get this mind which is not inauspicious? Normally, Asati Mati is not good mindset. But here Mother Saraswati says that Asati Mati means from where you got this special mindset which can't be seen among any of the asuras, something like that. But in any case, now Prahlada has to tell from where he got this mindset. Now he will respond to his father. Sri Prahlada Uvacha Materna Krishne Parato Svato Va Mito Vipatyeha Guru Graha Mito Vipatyeta Guha Vratanam Adanta Gobir Vishatam Tamishram Puna Punascharvita Charvananam. Translation.
Make progress toward that which has already there in either by the instructions or by their own.
The question is, if your teachers have not taught you this kind of understanding, from where you got this? Well, the teachers told it is a natural understanding of Prahlad. We never taught him like this. So natural means somebody must have taught you. Who taught you? The answer is for those attached to household life, Graha Vratanam, who enter L by uncontrolled senses. Mito Abhipatyeta Adanta Gobir Vishitam Tamishram. And chew what has been chewed already. Inclination to the Lord does not arise either by others' influence or by one's own efforts or by combination of both. My dear father, You are asking me from where I got this kind of understanding? This kind of understanding does not come by the influence of people like Shanda and Amarka, or by the endeavors of persons like you, or by the combination of both. Because both you and your teachers, Shanda and Amarka, are simply attached to Grihavratanam, which eventually take one to Tamishram. Adanta Gober Vishatam Tamishram, which he told in the previous verse. There also he told. So those who consider temporary to be permanent, they are actually Hitvatma Patam Grihamanda Kupam. Atmapatam, that will take the Atma to the lowest state of consciousness toward the hellish condition. So one should give up that and go to Gatam Vanoyat, Vanam Gatoyat, Harimashrayeta. Same thing is telling the same thing here. Either by one's own endeavor or by the influence of teachers like Shanda and Amarka, or by the combination of both, one can never ever understand how to get the mindset I have. Because the mindset you and your teachers have will subsequently take one to Andakupam, the deep, darkest well. Such kind of people will never ever understand about Bhakti. That is what Prahlad Maharaj says. True, my dear father, according to you, thinking of Krishna is Asat. Yes, my dear father, according to you, thinking of Krishna is Asat. It is not existence, at least in you, because it is not there in you or in your teachers. So for you, it is Asat. This mentality will never arise in persons like you. The mentality what I have will never come in you. Prahlada laughs at his father with these crooked words. Then he speaks. What he says? From persons like your guru, from your own endeavor, or from the combination of you and your gurus, this inclination does not arise. Internally, however, Prahlada understands that bhakti does not arise in his father because his father does not have the dust from the feet of the devotee, which he will tell in the future verses. Dust from the feet of devotee means people like Hiranyakasipu never took shelter of a devotee spiritual master. If he had taken, this kind of mindset would have come in his heart. But he has never taken the shelter of any devotee spiritual master. He has taken shelter of Shukracharya, who is non-devotee spiritual master. So in that way. Grihavratana means persons attached to household life. That lifestyle is described. By uncontrolled senses, they enter into hell. Grihavratas, they are only interested in enjoying household appliances. Such kind of people eventually go to hell. But one question might come. But the householders should go to Swarga sometimes. Householders perform karma yoga, they should go to Swarga. How can you say they are going to hell? They chew what others have chewed. Prahlada says that, okay, even they go to Swarga, what they will do? They will do the same sense gratification only, which is already chewed by somebody else. They are re-chewing it. The prostitute house and Swarga are all same. From Prahlad Maharaj point of view, from Bhakti point of view, whether one goes to hell, one goes to Swarga, both are same. Because one will keep doing same things only. So what is so special going to Swarga? Again, one has to come back only. It is not a permanent liberated condition. So in that way. Kshine Punye Martya Lokam Vishanti. So from Prahlad point of view, even if somebody goes to heaven also, it is as good as going to hell only. Because there what they are doing? Chewing the shoot. Something like that. So Hiranyakasipu becomes more angry. You fool! How dare you to speak all these things? You are telling that your guru, the teachers are worthless, I am worthless, and we can't, only you know better than us, something like that. You know better than us, something like that. You are criticizing me, your father, whose feet are worshipped by Indra. You are criticizing your teachers at whose feet entire world is studying. Listen, foolish boy. Do your teachers, greatly learned pupils of Shukracharya, not know the import of scriptures? You think you only understood the essence of scriptures? They don't know? Have they not studied the scriptures? How dare you to say all these things? You do not think that what they have taught is correct. How audacity it is. You think that what they taught you is not correct, and you mean what you say is the only correct thing. Then Prahlada replies. This is the question for which Prahlada answers. Now the question is, you think that your teachers does not know the essence of scriptures? Only you know the essence of scriptures. What you are speaking is the essence. What your teachers are speaking is not the essence. Prahlada says yes. What I am speaking is the essence of scriptures. What they are speaking is not the essence of scriptures. That is the answer. Nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnu. Online.
न ते विदु स्वार्थगतिं हि विष्णु
Durashaya ye bahirarthamaniнаಃ.
दुराशया ये बहिरर्थमानिनः
Andayatandairupagiyamanās.
अन्धायथान्धैरुपनीयमाना
Tepi shatantriyam urudam nibaddha.
तेऽपि शतन्त्र्यामुरुदां निबद्धा. Persons who are strongly entrapped by the consciousness of enjoying material life and who have therefore accepted as their leader or guru a similar blind man attached to external sense objects cannot understand the goal of life is to return home back to Godhead and engage in the service of Lord Vishnu. As blind man guided by another blind man miss the right path and fall into a ditch, materially attached man led by another materially attached man are bound by the ropes of fruitive labor, which are made of very strong cords, and they continue again and again in materialistic life, suffering the threefold miseries.
Looking at both Chanda and Namaraka, Prahlada Maharaj directly talking about them only. Hiranyakasipu said, do you think that your teacher do not know the essence of the scriptures? They have not learned the scriptures. Only you are learning the scriptures. Prahlada says, having evil hearts and thinking that sense enjoyment has value, the two teachers, Chanda and Namaraka, do not know that the valuable goal of life is Lord Vishnu. Yes, my dear father, Chanda and Namaraka, they don't understand the essence of Vedic literatures. That is attaining Lord Vishnu. Instead, they think the essence of Vedas is sense gratification. Where it is said in Bhagavad Gita, essence of the Vedas is sense gratification. Second chapter.
Yamimam pushpitam vata.
Full verse.
यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त विपश्चितः वेदवादरतः नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः.
And one more verse. किसके लिए पढ़ना? Let everyone hear. यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचां प्रवदन्ति अविपश्चिता वेदवाद अर्थपाता नान्यतस्तीति वादिना. कामात्माना स्वर्गपरा भोगैश्वर्या क्रिया विशेष बहुलम भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति. Okay, so basically those who are attracted by the flowery words of the Vedas, they think that the Vedas are talking, the essence of the Vedas is only to go to Swarga. There is nothing beyond this. Na astiti. There is nothing. This is the only the essence of the Vedas. Such kind of people are your Chanda and Namaraka. They don't know that attaining Lord Vishnu is the goal of Vedic literatures. What was the verse? 15:15. That is 9, 10. 10, 9, 10, 8. 10. 10. Veda is sarve rahame vedyo. The purpose of reading the Vedas is to be known. One should know me. Otherwise, other than me, there is no other essence. That Chanda and Namaraka never understands. That is what he is saying. Having evil hearts and thinking that sensitive enjoyment is all in all. Your teachers do not know that the valuable goal of Vedas is Lord Vishnu, attaining Lord Vishnu. Just as blind men leading other blind men into a ditch, bound by the ropes of Vedic injunctions on rituals and binding others in the same way. You are already blind. You don't know anything. You thought that they know everything. They also don't know anything. They are also blind people. The two blind teachers leading a blind student into a blind well. So like that.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, why Shukracharya is considered as Brahmana? Because
He is a
Brahmana,
direct descendant of Bhrigu Muni.
no, he may be descendant of Bhrigu Muni, but we don't, I mean, according to the scriptures, Brahmana is not by birth. He's by his activity, he's by karma, and becomes either Brahmana or Kshatriya or Vaishya.
Okay, now tell me, what are the activities of a Brahmana?
That is there in the Patana.
He is doing it. He is doing it.
No.
All these things he is doing very happily.
No, but the basis of all that is service of Lord Vishnu or Krishna Bhakti, like that. Now, but
Who
is that
told?
base?
Who told?
only-
Who told? Who told? Who told that?
Means somebody may be doing all this karma kandi activity without any devotion to Lord Vishnu or worshipping the demigod. Still, he will be termed as a Brahmana.
Yes, yes. See, Brahmana's activities are Yajan, Yajan, Patan, Dana Parigraha. Brahmanical activities can be performed in mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, and mode of pure goodness also. One who does all these things in mode of pure goodness is called Vaishnava. One who does it in the mode of goodness is called Brahmana. One who does in the mode of passion can be called as Vipra. One who does in the mode of ignorance can be called Sub-Vipra or whatever. So, if you do activity, you are called as Brahmana. But with what mentality you are doing, that is a different thing. That mentality will give you a tagline. What kind of Brahmana are you? You are Brahmana category or Vipra category or some other category. Or you are Vaishnava category Brahmana. The tagline will come based on your mentality. But activity will prescribe your title as a Brahmana. 17th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Kindly never forget, that is very important chapter in the entire Bhagavad Gita. Yajna, Dana, Tapa are the three important activities everyone performs in this world. But every activity can be performed in goodness, passion, ignorance. According to the mentality, according to the inclination of person. Activity is same, but inclination will give corresponding results. Shukracharya is doing the same activity, Brihaspati also doing the same activity. Ambarish Maharaj also doing the same activity, Yajna, Dana, Tapa. But three people have three different intentions. Brihaspati is doing activities in the mode of goodness. Shukracharya might be doing the same activities in the mode of passion or ignorance, we can say sometimes. But Ambarish Maharaj doing the same thing, Yajnadana Tapa, in the mode of pure goodness, the fourth mode, Shuddha Sattva. So, according to the intention, the results will come accordingly.
So here
Because-
we are. So, no, sorry, continue.
Because when you're doing the same activities, can be called as Brahmana.
Yeah, but here we are terming Shukracharya as a Brahmana. That means he's doing these activities in the mode of goodness, as you explained. That
See, I just gave an example like that. See, anyone in general can be called as Brahmana. Otherwise, normally we say Brahmana means Brahma Janati iti Brahmana. One who knows about absolute truth is supposed to be called as Brahmana. See, these are all details. The details are discussed in Bhakti Purview. But normally, because since he is born in Brahmanical family and is trained in the Brahmanical activities, he is called Brahmana. Even this essay Lakshanam Proktam, according to the qualities one is supposed to be called, is only for Kali Yuga. In the previous 3 yugas, if one is born in a particular family, 99.9% will become that only. There is no change here and there. In Kali Yuga, everyone is Varna Sankara only. We don't have anyone clear-cut Brahmana Kshatriya. So that's why by birth we cannot identify one's Varna. Based on one's inclination activities, we have to identify one's Varna and Ashrama. In the previous yugas, there was no Varna Sankara so much. So if one is born in Brahmanical family, 99% will become Brahmana only. There won't be any change. It is indicated. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Okay. So one has to be very cautious. That means even if we come across some Brahmana, he may not be having faith in Vishnu and worshipping Vishnu.
Ah, yes.
Thank you.
So Brahmana by definition is actually the actual definition is one who knows absolute truth. One who is qualified to become the teacher. But in our general in the conventional language, Brahmana means one who is doing Brahmanical activity. So in that way. The intention could be good or bad. We don't know. But he's doing Brahmanical activity is called Brahmana. In our general conversations. Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Question is that Prahlada is aware of Hiranyakasipu who is treating Lord Vishnu as the enemy. Yes, obviously. Last 5 years he must be hearing all these things. Huh? Same, he's doing same thing only. Huh? Because he's a devotee can speak. A devotee will speak like that only. If one is not a devotee, one can't speak. Yes. Devotee speaks. Devotee speaks. Devotee speaks. Devotee speaks. If we don't speak, matlab, we are not devotees. We don't have that much faith on Lord Vishnu. It's question of faith only. It's question of faith only. These are all these things are all Kali Yuga traits. In Kali Yuga, we say that that person might feel bad, this person might feel bad. All these things are all Kali Yuga traits. One should be fearless to speak the truth. Yes. If you are that fearless, Lord will protect like this. If you are not that fearless, you are left for your own protection. See, your question is valid. Prabhuji questioning that what's happening in Bangladesh, how do you put it? We are not questioning the integrity of the devotees. And we are not questioning that why things are not happening now. Somebody may question, when for Prahlada things have happened, why things are not happening now? But you mean to say that Lord's protection is there only if you Lord protects your body? Why are you bringing bhakti to the protecting the body or protecting your wealth? No, not necessarily. Not who said everything happens through body. In order to practice bhakti, you need body. No, in order to practice Maranam, even though you are blind, even though you are dumb and deaf, and your hands are not moving, legs are not moving, still you can do practice bhakti. Maranam you can do. Not required now for you to go back to Maranam is enough. See, don't generalize always. They are all required for you to practice bhakti. But when you have already come to the Bhava platform, you don't need all these things. When you go back to spirituality, you will get spiritual body. With that, you can practice bhakti. Why do you need material body then? You already come to Bhava platform, then why do you need material body? You will get spiritual body, and with that, you can perform bhakti. So, our understanding of how to practice bhakti is entirely different. That's why we are in trouble. We think that if I have only South Bombay bungalow, I can do practice bhakti. If I have only car, I can come to temple and practice bhakti. So something like that. We may look for conveniences. If I have this, I can do like this. If I have this, these are all externals. We give more emphasis to the externals. But bhakti is not about externals. Bhakti is all about internal thing. Not that one will not practice bhakti. Yes, having them can help one can do in a better way. We are not denying that. But that doesn't mean that only if one has that one can practice bhakti. Not like that. Bhakti can be practiced in spite of not having anything also. What Goswamis had. Their bhakti we cannot even imagine also. So it does not matter. Sorry? Okay, Dundukari, not Dundubi. So Dundubi was killed by Wali. That was a bison, what do you say? Buffalo, male buffalo. The Dundukari was a Gokarna Dundukari. Gokarna Dundukari, that was a different person. But in any case, kindly let us continue with that. See, when Prahlada Maharaj speaking all these things, these are ideal and the paramount understanding of bhakti. At our practical level, at least in the today's context, everything may not fit in our surroundings. But this should be the goal. From where we are, and we should go to this point. That will take a lot of time. You cannot expect. Okay, Bhagavatam is saying, but we are not seeing anything around us. What it means? There's a lot of gap. When Prahlada was speaking to Hiranyakasipu, the circumstances are different. The situation is different. At our level, situations are different. The conversation is happening at higher level, and this person is whose disciple? Narada Muni's disciple. And Hiranyakasipu are Jaya Vijaya. Personally. And everything is happening at the heavenly realm. And we are at the earthly realm. And these pastimes are happening in Satya Yuga. And we are in Kali Yuga. In Satya Yuga, when they pray to Lord, Lord would appear in front of them. In Kali Yuga, if we may pray entire life for 100 years, Lord will not come in front of us. We cannot demand that Lord should come. The way Lord protects, we cannot demand. You should protect me like this only. No. Lord may leave us to unlimited miseries for the entire lifespan. At the time of death, He may take us. If you take, does Prahlada have any past karma? As a result of that, he is going through all the miseries. We don't know, but at least for a person who had the caliber to become Narada Muni's disciple, has a past karmas in a bad sense. So his past karma balance is 0. What miseries he is getting is not result of past karma. What they are getting is not supposed to get, and Lord is not allowing him to experience also. Unless until you experience, you don't say I am getting. The Lord is not allowing him to get experience only. But can we say that I don't have any bad karma in my quota? Then we are expecting Lord to remove everything and make our life cozy. So we cannot compare ourselves. We cannot put in the same position as Prahlada Maharaj ourselves. So that's why we discussed many times. We should not tell to others. This is only for ourselves. What's happening to us in our life is the result of our own karma. And if somebody points, it is happening because of somebody else. That means we are not accepting our own karma. Instead, we are putting our own karma in somebody else and trying to wash our hands. That makes we are also supposed to go through the same misery which that person goes through. Though what we are getting is the result of our karma, by becoming an instrument, that person is responsible for doing that bad thing to us. But if we say that this person is doing bad to me, whatever punishment he gets, we also get the same punishment. Because what I am getting is because of my karma. I deserve that I get it. But it comes through the agent. And if we point at agent, that means we are not accepting our own karma. Instead, we are putting the blame on somebody else. Because we have also made a mistake of troubling us, and we made a mistake of blaming him. So both will get the same punishment. This is first canto, it is said by Bull. Who is the bull? Dharma personified. He tells this. This is the highest order of Dharma. Very difficult to follow. Then immediate question is, so if others do anything, we should not say anything. We should keep quiet. We should simply tolerate. If you are at the level of Prahlada Maharaj, tolerate. Otherwise, do the needful.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
In between, wherever you are, do the needful accordingly. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, like you are saying here that even though we are devotees, whatever comes to us, bad or good, that is the result of our karma, like that, na.
Hmm.
But
Yes.
generally, it is said that whenever one comes in bhakti, even at a stage of shraddha, he may not be have reached the higher stages of bhakti. All
Okay.
his like kutam, bijam, everything is destroyed. Bhakti has that potency that it can destroy the
That
all the
that
karmic reactions
that,
even
that
in the
is that
sleep.
is that is to encourage all of us. Bhakti had the potency to remove all of them, but we cannot demand that Bhakti should remove all of them today itself.
No, we cannot demand,
Bhakti
Prabhuji,
had the
but
potency. It can do whenever it wants.
generally it is said that right from the beginning stage of bhakti, all the karmic reactions have been taken up, and then whatever happens in devotee's life is orchestrated by the Lord, and it is not due to karmic reaction.
See, again, same thing. Kindly understand this. That is true. From Lord's point of view, Lord takes the responsibility of the devotee, and whatever further happens in the devotee's life, it is all under the supervision of Supreme Lord. One we can say, if at all we are completely surrendered devotee, then it is 100% true. But a devotee will never think like that. If something happens in a devotee's life, devotee will never say that it Lord only giving this. Devotee will always say that whatever I am getting is the result of my past karmas.
That is out of humility, na? Vaishnava
Not
will
out of
always.
humility. That is not out of humility. That is how one should consider. At our level, if not your level, at my level, it is reality.
Prabhuji, don't talk like this. Means our my level is much lower than your level,
Not
but
like
still,
that. See,
because I'm
we need
trying
to.
to understand, because most of the time it is been talked like that. That is why I'm confused about it.
No. Don't take it personally. I'm just telling. See, even though there are scriptural statements which say that as soon as one starts bhakti at the level of sadhana bhakti, Kleshagni and Shubhada will start manifesting. But
Yeah.
they will not manifest 100%. For one, it may be 1%, for one, it may be 2%, for one, it may be 10%, for one, it may come to 33%. Then, at Bhava level, Kleshagni Shubhada will increase. In addition to them, the other two slowly start manifesting. What are the other two? Before that, Sudurlabha and Moksha. That means coming to the platform of Bhava Bhakti is very rare. And one who has come to Bhava Bhakti platform, he will never ever consider moksha. Moksha means freedom from material existence, freedom from material miseries. There, he will say, he will not even ask. If there is a problem, he will not even ask the Lord, my dear Lord, please remove the problem. Like Haridas Thakur. He was being beaten in 22 marketplaces. Lord is coming to save Haridas Thakur and punish the soldiers. Haridas Thakur told, my dear Lord, please don't do anything. Whatever I am getting is because of my past deeds. The soldiers are not held responsible. Not even the king is responsible. You kindly do not punish the soldiers nor the king also. Lord has to oblige. Because Lord is Lord, Lord has taken the pain of being beaten. So, Haridas Thakur is very clear. What I am getting is the result of my past misdeeds. Whether he had something or not, we don't know. But devotee will think like that. Who will think like that? One who is in the level of Bhava. One who is level before level of Bhava, one will not say like that. One will say, okay, initially will say, it is because of my karma. After 2, 3, it is not, it is because of my karma and because of him also. After 2, 3 more, it is because of him only. So it is like that. Yes,
Yeah.
even during Ajamil pastime also we discussed. Harinam has all the potency, but we cannot demand The potency should be displayed right now. Especially in Kali Yuga, we cannot exhibit, we cannot see so many miracles happening like that. The only miracle that can happen is if one practices bhakti whole life, at the end of one's lifetime, Krishna will silently will come and pick him up and take him back to God, back to Godhead. That is the only miracle which is not seen by others, which is only seen by that one person who is going back to Godhead.
Yeah.
And prior to that, one has to go through the tapataraya of this material world, like any other ordinary person.
Usually they say, "Na beggars don't have choice. Whatever comes," and we cannot have entitlement, sense of entitlement that somebody is doing bhakti means all the karmas must be taken off, like so. Yeah. So these are means from the devotee's perspective, it should be always that it is due to my karmas. But from the
From Lord's
Lord,
perspective, this devotee is under my supervision. From devotee's perspective, I am still under the supervision of my own karma. I am not a devotee. Devotee will never feel that I am a devotee. So when I am not a devotee, how can I expect Krishna to take care of me? So it is like that. But when we preach, when we speak to the newcomers to inspire them, we talk from scriptural statements. Not that they are not true, they are all true.
yeah,
But devotee takes the responsibility.
yes, understood.
The same thing.
So now, while
When
preaching,
we
also,
when we say that whatever is happening because of the Lord means we are putting everything into the Lord. We are making the Lord as a responsible person for us. So in that way, we have to see.
not in that sense, Prabhuji, but generally it is orchestrated by Lord means to purify the devotee only, not that Lord wants you trouble, not in that sense.
Even whatever Maya does is also to purify only. Maya gives all the punishments to purify only.
Yeah.
Punishment is to purify us, whether it is given by Maya, whether it is given by parents, whether it is given by the king, whether it is given by Yamaraj, or whether it is given by Lord Krishna.
Yes, good. Yeah. Understood. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move ahead. Here the Mataji is asking the question, just like if somebody harms us, somebody does something to us, that person is doing it. So he also gets into the same chain of getting punished and going through the subsequent reactions and all. Yes, that is true. Because now it is that person's voluntary choice to become an instrument of our karma. He could have chosen not to be the instrument of our karma also. But he himself chose to be the instrument of our karma. As a result of his voluntary choice, he will go through his quota of reaction. That's why Amanina Manadena. Kirtaniya Sadahari. उसके पहले Saroriva Saishmana. So one should be tolerant more than or like a tree. Trunadapi Sunichana. One should be humble like a blade of grass. If one is humble, one is tolerant, one will never ever harm others. When one is not harming others, one will never become the instrument of others' karma. So that is taken care. If one is Taroriva Saishnuna, so one is Saishnu means one is tolerating. That means one is accepting as a result of one's own karma. One never blames others. So both are safe. So in that. But this is very ideal behavior, very difficult to practice. Very, 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 very tough job. I may speak now, and after class, I may shout at somebody else if there is some inconvenience. If we go after this, after Prasan is not there. If I am hungry, I'll shout at the kitchen team. Nothing is there. You people don't keep anything like that, something like that. We are simply blaming them. So easy to speak, difficult to practice. Not that easy. They do not know that Lord Vishnu, who is one's treasure, is the ultimate goal of life. They know only the goals like going to Swarga, which are not valuable at all. Bahirartha manina, which are useless, they consider them to be valuable. That is what your teachers. They have evil hearts and consider sense enjoyment, which is useless, to be the most valuable thing. Outrightly on the face, Prahlada is telling to Chanda and Amarka. Then he further says, if they do not know what is valuable, how will their pupils know? Your teachers don't know, then how will the teachers, students like you will know? An example is given. Blind men directed on the path by other blind men fall into a ditch. Similarly, the teachers bound by the rituals, tied by the long ropes, names like Brahmanas, Gurus, mentioned in the Vedas, fall along with their students. Shukracharya, Shanda and Amarka, they are given the title, they are Gurus, the Veda Panditas, but they have not understood the Vedic essence, the essence of the Vedas. They are going to the blind path, they take you also on the blind path, and both of you will fall into the Gurhamanda Kupam, the blind well. Then Hiranyakasipu becomes wild, the wildest of anger. If the scriptures say that Lord Vishnu is the valuable goal, then your teachers who know the scriptures would have become fixed on Lord Vishnu. If Lord Vishnu is the goal of scriptures, if it is stated multiple times in scriptures, they must have heard, they must have studied, they must have understood, they must have been following. Because they are not following means they have not understood, they have not heard. They have not heard means that is not there in the scriptures. What authority do you have to claim that this is the essence of the scriptures? It's like that. Since they do not think of the Lord Vishnu, Bhakti to Lord Vishnu must not be the instruction of the scripture. Because there is no one as educated as Shanda and Amarka and Shukracharya in the entire universe. They are the authorities on Vedic literatures. Then finally, Prahlada Maharaj's response. We'll discuss this one verse and we'll stop for today. Naishamatistavadurugramangrim Prushantanartapagamo yadartaha Mahiyasamrapadarajobhishekam Nishkinchananam navrinita yavat. As long as their intelligence does not accept the dust from the feet of devotees, having no material desires, the intelligence of these people will not realize the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, whose secondary goal is destruction of samsara. Unless until one takes the shelter of a Vaishnava Guru, one will not understand the true essence of the Vedic literature. There may be hundreds of other gurus, just like Mataji was asking the question that how can we call them Brahmanas? So Brahmana is based on one's activities, Brahmana is based on one's understanding of Brahman, absolute truth. Otherwise, one should not call Brahmanas. But yes, technically we should not call them Brahmanas, but practically we call them Brahmanas because they are doing Brahmanical activities. That is there. But Brahmana by nature is a teacher. Just because he is a teacher, you cannot say that he knows everything. The principal quality of knowing the essence of the Vedas is taking shelter of a pure devotee teacher. Otherwise, one will not understand the true essence of the Vedic literature. Like Yamima Shutam Vasham, Pravadante Avipachita. Vedavada Rata Partha. Vedavada Rata means one who takes pleasure in discussing the Vedas. Who takes pleasure in discussing the Vedas? Who are the knowers of the Vedas, who are the teachers of the Vedas. Others will not take pleasure in the discussing Vedas. Others to hear Vedas only, I get out, get lost. I don't want to hear. So the Vedavada Rathas are telling that ना अन्य तस्थिति वादना इसको छोड़कर कुछ है ही नहीं वेदों में इसको छोड़कर स्वर्ग जाना. The purpose of human life is to go to, for that perform all the variety of Vedic rituals and go to Swarga and enjoy there. Bhoga Aishwarya Gatim Prati. For what purpose one need to go to Swarga? To get more Bhoga, to get more Aishwarya. Janma Karma Falapradam. Getting a birth in heaven is the essence of Vedic literatures. Why? They have stuck up there because they have not heard from the pure devotee. One who hears from pure devotee will never ever say the essence of the Vedas is to go into Swarga. That's what it is. Nishkinchanana means those who have given up karma, jnana and desire for material wealth, sons and family with a desire only for bhakti. Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam mamamyam. Tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam manam. Tesham satayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhyogantam Enama upayantite. Manmanava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. 9th chapter. Mame Vesha Tuktaivam. Atmanam Matparayana. They consider me as their Atma and surrender to me only. They don't have anything else to do in this world other than me. Taradharman Paritejya Mamekam Sharanam Raja. That kind of person should be taken as a guru, not anybody else. What is the mentality of that person? Mai ananyena bhavena bhaktim kurvanti drudam mat krite tekta karma tekta swajana bandhava. That such kind of a person performs bhakti to me alone with exclusive devotion, giving up all actions to attain me. Giving up all actions to attain me means sarvadharman paritijya. There are so many dharmas in relation to this world. They have given up everything. They are only doing one bhakti. For what purpose? To go back home, back to Godhead. Giving up friends and relatives. Swajana bandhava. Not even any duty for their own Swajana and Bandhus. As long as the intelligence does not accept bathing in the dust from the feet of great devotees who have given up all material desires, bathing in his Vaishnava behavior and knowledge, that intelligence will not touch the feet of the Lord. Bathing in the dust means taking shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, hearing from him, following in his footsteps. That is touching the dust and keeping the dust and bathing with the dust of a devotee. Nishkinchananam. So like that. Yasya deve parabhaktir yata deve tata gurau. Tasyaite kaditai artha prakashante mahatmana. Shruti scripture say that he who has bhakti for the guru as much as he has for the Lord understand the meaning of the scriptures. Everyone cannot understand the true essence of the scriptures. One who has surrendered to Krishna, one who has surrendered to Guru, only qualified to understand the true essence of Vedic literatures. Others will understand superficially only. Why? Yam evaite vrindute tena labhyas tatsaiva atma vrindute tanum swam. The Lord reveals his form to one whom he chooses. The Lord does not allow one to understand the essence of the Vedic literatures to everyone. Only those people whom he chooses, they will only understand the essence of the Vedas. What was this verse from NOD? NOD, Prabhupada stays one verse always. Who will understand the Supreme Lord? Something like that only. Anyone remembers what is the verse from NOD? who will understand the Supreme Lord. Sevon Mikoi Jivado Swayameva Spurati Yada. What was the first part? Ata Sri Krishna Namadi Abhave Grahyam Indriye. By one's own personal endeavor, one cannot understand Supreme Lord. Only when Lord reveals, we will understand. Swayameva Spurati, it comes on its own accord. It is not by our endeavor. So like that. Same thing. Where it will come on its own? When the Lord reveals, it will come. What was this verse? Just now we said, Dadami Buddhiyogam tam yenama upayantite. The Buddhiyoga will be revealed by the Supreme Lord. Then one will come to Supreme Lord. So in that way. The goal of having the intelligence touch the Lord's feet is destruction of samsara. This is actually an accompanying result. The main goal is simply to touch the feet of the Lord. Going back home back to Godhead, attaining Krishna Prema is the main goal of practicing bhakti, which is the essence of all Vedic literatures, which is obtained by taking shelter of a bona fide spiritual master. Tevai vidanti atitaranti cha deva mayam Sri Shudra Hurna Sabara Apipapa Jiva Ati Adbhuta Karma Parayana Shila Shikshas Tiryak Jano Kimuta Krutadharanaye. What is the important thing? Taking shelter of a devotee who has taken shelter of the Supreme completely. Api Adbhuta Krama Parayana Shila Shiksha. We need to take Shiksha from Adbhuta Krama Parayana Shila, whose only one activity of life is to serve the Supreme Lord, who performs all the wonderful activities. If any unqualified person takes the shelter of such a devotee, even though one may be Sri Shudra, Hona, Sabara, Api, Papa Jiva, anyone can be delivered. Kirata, Hunandra, Pulinda, Pulkasha, Abira, Shumba, Yavana, Kashadaya, Ye Anyacha Papa, Yedapashraya Ashraya, Yed Apashraya Ashraya. Taking shelter of someone who has taken shelter of Supreme Lord completely. Shuddhanti Tasmai. Immediately will be purified. Even though one may be from the community of Kirata, Honan, Pulindra, Pulkasha, Abira, Shumba, Yavana, Kasha, Adaya, etc. Anya, Papa, Jiva. Papi by birth, Papi by action. Still can be delivered if one takes shelter of a pure devotee. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnana sevaya upadekshantite jnanam jnana tattadarshana. So, like that. Tad vijnanartam sagurum evabi gachat. Samit pani shrotriyam brahmanishtam. So, for a person to become guru also there is a qualification. It is not that anyone and everyone can become a guru. Of course, they can become guru in their respective field. They are only guru in that field only. We cannot call them as guru also. We should call them as a teacher or shikshak. But actual guru is one who can teach one on the real essence of the Vedic literatures. So that's what Prahlada is saying. My dear father, your teachers have never taken shelter of a proper spiritual master. That's why their understanding is at this level only. They have not, they cannot, even though the scriptural statements are there, but the statements will never come in front of their eyes. The statements will never enter into their ears. The statement will never touch their heart. So how again will they understand ever? Because they have never taken shelter of a bona fide spiritual master. So in these three verses, the Prahlada Maharaj established the true essence of Vedic understanding, the true import of the Vedas, which is practicing any one of the 9 items of bhakti, having offered to Supreme Lord. So that is the true one who knows this is the knower of the import of the Vedas. Swartagati. So like that. Hare Krishna, late ho gaya. So we'll stop here. Any questions from devotees online, offline?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, what is meant by intelligence touching Lord's feet?
Intelligence touching Lord's feet. That means going back home back to Godhead and situating oneself in the service of the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. We say na Krishna consciousness. That means our consciousness is always in Krishna. So intelligence touching on the lotus feet of the Lord means be Krishna conscious. Our consciousness is always conscious about serving the Supreme Lord's lotus feet.
Okay, means changing of the consciousness towards Krishna, that is intelligence touching.
Yes, yes.
And Prabhuji, one more thing was like all these 9 processes of devotional service. Is there any gradation in that? Like something is more important than the other? Is it like that?
No, you please refer to Bhagavad Gita chapter 12. You will understand the gradation.
Okay.
Like that. The topmost form of bhakti is Maranam. And then comes Abhyasa Rupa, Sadhana Bhakti, and then at least Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Arbe Sakama Karma Yoga, something. If not for Lord, at least do something for society, something like that.
No, Prabhuji means Shravanam, Kirtanam, in that thing, like I was feeling Atma Nivedanam means offering everything to the Lord. So that is the highest form, like that I was thinking. That is why I asked.
No, highest form of execution of bhakti is Maranam. Atma Nivedanam is there. See, some of them are external activities, some of them are internal activities. So, of course, Atma Nivedanam also is where it can be considered topmost. But from the practice point of view, from the sadhana point of view, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam is the gradual gradation. Our Shravanam and Kirtanam should accompany along with Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam, etc. These are all corollary activities. Shravanam we can say Samanda, Kirtanam we can say Abhidaya, Smaranam we can say Prayojana. And remaining all are part of Abhidaya. So in that way.
So all these practices ultimately should lead to Smaranam, constant Smaranam of the like.
Yes. Constant Smaranam. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Thank you. So thank you very much for joining for today. We'll stop here for today. Thank you very much. And we'll continue same.